Hello, my beauty and beasts. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hi, my name is Jamie. Nice to meet you all. So today we are going to be reading part 2 and 3 of our Reddit scary story, which is Kids Say Some Scary Things. Today we're doing it a little bit differently. I went ahead and went on my hike and bring my equipment with me so I could take you with me on this little adventure. Granted, you're not going to see the whole walk up and walk down, I don't think. Maybe I'll shoot a little bit of the walk down for you guys, only because there's this huge, wasp nest that I'm actually on a bench next to. But maybe not. Oh well. So to get to it. Kids say some scary things. Suddenly, the light inside the pantry flicked on and the figure was gone. For a moment I paused, if only to check that I hadn't shit my pants. I was able to catch my breath, suddenly realizing I had been holding it now for some time. Yet, just before I moved to close the door, the flickering from the broken socket began. Something I somewhat expected but certainly hoped would not happen this time. Each time the light switched back off, even if for just half a second, the girl returned. She was watching me with beaming red eyes as I closed the door and backed away, but the flicker followed. The light in my kitchen began to waver, turning itself off and on for less than a second in between. I turned to see my daughter standing under a wall-mounted phone by the doorway to our den, hearing her speak even before I was able to see. "He's the mean one, Daddy." She was pointing to something in the doorway. Another figure, just as dark and lurking as a girl, stood taller than me at the entrance to our den. However, this one was different. Where the girl appeared only in the dark, this figure formed only when the lights came back on. The new figure moved forward toward me, slowly at first, but quickly gaining speed. I moved, thinking it was headed for me, but it didn't seem to mind me whatsoever, roaring right past me and directly into the pantry. Packets of foods and jars of herbs leaped from their shelves as the lights normalized. The pantry door slammed shut, and I wasn't about to open it again. Lexi brought her bagel to her mouth to take a bite, and I was taken back. This part is so creepy, guys. I don't even want to read it out loud. Oh my gosh. Shocked by what I found, the bagel, as well as Lexi's arms and face, had become coated with what I now realize could have only been blood. She still seemed to not care, with the blood dripping from her face and hand as she carelessly chewed. I was petrified. I would be too. Lexi glanced at me and smiled with her mouth full, a smile that was now capable of eliciting within me incredible fear for my own child. She swallowed and spoke. "Daddy, the bad man made Beth go away, but it's okay. She'll be back soon," she said. And we are going on to part 3. I don't know if you guys can actually hear it, but there's wasps actually flying right around me, and I'm hearing the buzzing. It's a little insane. I am gonna pause it as this airplane starts to go by though before it ruins my vid. Alright guys, so here we are, part 3. It's been a couple of days. Things had seemed to calm down, and Lexi was sleeping in her own room again. You've asked how she's been doing, and I wish I could tell you she's absolutely fine. That's not the case anymore. I know what I told you before seems exotic. Don't get me wrong, it still terrifies me. But for the most part, things had returned to normal for a day. I'd been getting my homework done, slept in a bit longer than I should, and I was doing my best to try to get Lex to daycare on time. But that is where things began to take a turn, and everything has fallen apart from there. Here, I'll fill you in. Yesterday morning, I woke up at about 8:30, made a particularly well put together batch of mac and cheese. I know what you're thinking. Mac and cheese for breakfast? Well, it's what Lexi wanted, and I didn't have time to have her throw a fit. I had a meeting to go to with the director to speak with, and somewhere in between, I had to finalize the script. So I had a rush. She ate, things were fine. I dropped her off, and things continued to be fine. It was joyous. I went about my business, and I got most everything I needed done. There's still an issue with the script, but I had to take a break from that to pick Lexi back up. It was nearing 3:45 when I finally pulled into the parking lot of the daycare. I knew I would get a lecture about tardiness, but I really didn't care after my week. I was running late and there wasn't much I could do. Regardless, I left my car and I headed for the building. When I noticed one of her caretakers smoking a cigarette outside the building. Now I can't judge, I used to smoke, but it seemed odd to me that he was out in the front. He noticed me walking up and recognized me from that morning, pointing angrily with his two first fingers, the cigarette pinched in between. Like, I tried to avoid the conversation, telling him I knew I was late and pleading for forgiveness, but he spoke over me. Your daughter is fucking nuts, dude. I was understandably taken back. What place does this kid have talking about me like that, or talking to me like that in the first place, let alone my toddler? Excuse me? I distinctly remember the harshness in my tone. She bit Margaret. That alone would have been enough for me to switch gears, but he continued. Then she wiped Marge's blood all over her face and started ranting about some shit. I don't think I heard it right. He looked scared more than anything. I was at a loss. Thankfully, Margaret, the lead on shift that day, came outside to greet me. She explained to me in detail the rest of the story, agreeing what the man had already told me. And sorry guys, I totally just realized that that plane was going over right now. So if you can hear that part, I'm not re-recording right now. Suck it up, buttercups. So she explained to me in detail the rest of the story, agreeing what the man had already told me. Apparently, this had happened only moments before I arrived. Lex did indeed bite Margaret, quite badly from what I saw. And I was told that after the attack, Lex had begun to scream about how all of the staff would die and be trapped in silence if they didn't help her. That's some shit. I don't care what the fuck this is, that's some shit. Sorry. They tried to ask what she meant, but if they got too close, she would try to bite. I didn't completely believe what I was hearing, but they took me to a room they had locked her in. She had fallen asleep in a corner, was covered with blood, as were most of the walls, and much of the room was in disarray. I did a check to make sure she hadn't been hurt. Thankfully, she hadn't, before offering to pay for the stitches Marge would need. She denied, thank God, as long as I agreed to never bring Lexi back. Okay! Ah! Fuck! 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 Fuck that! Fuck that! Fuck that! You know what, guys? I can handle some things. I can handle wasps crawling around or flying around, whatever. I can handle some fucking bugs around me. One thing I don't do, as you can see right here, spiders. And a spider just fucking crawled on me and now I am freaked out. So, honestly, and I'm sorry guys, I know I was mid-sentence, I think, but I don't care. You guys get to wait until I get home for the next video because that shit ain't right. Jamie's gotta go. To all my beauty and beasts, I love you. As you can see, I'm literally standing on the bench right now because I don't fuck with it. I don't trust it. I love you guys. Shout out to you. For real though, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, show me what's up. Love you guys. Bye.